Well, a very good morning to Yankee Land. How's everybody going? That's going to be the morning wake up to everyone. The Star Spangled Banner. What better way to start us all off, everyone? And good morning to everyone here in the chat. And it's a Monday morning, a scorcher here in New York City. We're going to break possibly 100 degrees in the next day or two. So it's going to be a really, really a crazy, crazy, crazy next couple of days. I want to say good morning to everyone in the chat. Everybody that's in that's in our Joe Yankees Gmail. How's everybody doing today? We started a brand new week. The Yankees ended the weekend on a high note. We're going to get into that in a couple of minutes. I want to say hello to people that are already in the chat. And we have Tommy. We have T. Shabir. How you doing? Welcome. I always see you in the email, and you actually came on. How you doing? And I know you're far away. You're in where? You're in Debray. I want to say. Let us know where you are. I know you're far away. I'm sorry at this point. I can't remember where you are. Mark So Saucy. How you doing? Good morning, Ken. Good morning. How's everybody doing today? Just to name a few. Remember, everyone, 2 o'clock today, we have the big interview with former All-Star Corey Hart. Myself and CT Cards will be interviewing him at 2 o'clock, so it's a special show. Graham Highlander, how you doing? Hope all is well with you. So we're looking forward. By all means, everyone, the link is up. You have your questions, put it in the chat. And we promise we will try to get to each and every question this afternoon. We will do the best we can. Just, bear with us because sometimes the former players or the players can only do so much. Hey, Jeff, good morning. How you doing? How's everything going? Happy 4th of July to you and your family, too. Thank you so much. So there are a lot of things to take care of. But the first thing I want to do, first of all, I want to welcome CT to our 8:30 broadcast. CT and Jonathan, who's going to be joining us in a couple of minutes, are our guest, a co-host from 8:30 to 9 every day. Obviously, as long as they can come on. So I want to welcome our new era of different people coming on with set times. Good morning, Jonathan. How are you?
I'm good. Good morning.
Good
So
morning.
what'd you eat today, Jonathan?
I made a quick egg with coffee.
That sounds awesome.
A quick breakfast.
In case everybody missed the late scores yesterday, everyone, I just want to go over a quick scoreboard to everybody. Of course, we know our New York Yankees beat the Orioles 4-2. The Detroit Tigers beat Tampa Bay 9-3, which makes the Yankees 2.5 games up, 3 in the loss column. The Pirates beat the Texas Rangers 8-3. Chicago White Sox surprisingly beat the Toronto Blue Jays 2 out of 3 over the weekend, 4-2. The Marlins beat the Atlanta Braves 5-3. The Milwaukee Brewers 9, the Twins 8, Cincinnati Reds 4, the Cardinals 1. In a crazy game, the Mariners 14, the Chicago Cubs 6. The Colorado Rockies surprisingly beat the Diamondbacks 4-2. The Giants beat the Red Sox 9-5. The Guardians shut out the Athletics 3-0. The Astros beat the Angels 8-7. The Padres beat the Royals 3-2. The Dodgers all over the Nationals 13-7. And the last game that was on ESPN, the Philadelphia Phillies 7, the New York Mets 1. By the way, if you haven't heard, the New York Mets have sent down their starting catcher Alvarez. I had a feeling that something like that was going to happen because he just wasn't cutting it, and he's got a lot of potential. But you know what? To me, it's starting to look like another Gary Sanchez #2. That's what we'll lead into, guys, this morning. What are your feelings about Alvarez going down, and is that a big setback for the Mets?
Jonathan, I'll let you shoot first.
Alvarez, I'm not sure if it's a setback for the Mets. It's just he's struggling and he needs some time. Look, this is something that the Yankees could have done with Volpe last year when he was struggling. They could have sent him down, and
Right.
they never did. So sometimes when you have young players, they need time to adjust to the major league because everyone should know major league play is much different than playing at any ballpark in Central Park, Riverside Park, or in Iowa.
Right. Okay. No, I hear you. CT, what are your thoughts on that?
I'm good with Jonathan. I wouldn't call it a setback. I don't know. I've been calling it all season that this is going to happen. I know last year after the All-Star break, the Mets really took off, but I have a feeling they're going to do what they did 2 seasons ago, which is just a domino effect. I don't think they can keep this up. And I just think it's funny because, Joe, you and I were talking. It doesn't seem like Soto even wants to be a Met right now. He's showing like no oomph to playing there, and I find it kind of comical. The Mets are going to be a mess by the end of the year. Mark my words. Money doesn't solve everything, so you can throw around as much money as you want.
Well,
Well,
what I would compare this Mets team is when they're going through what happened when George Steinbrenner bought the team. When George Steinbrenner bought the Yankees, he was spending and spending and spending on every big free agent until it only got him 2 World Series in the 70s. But after that, he still continued to do it until they built their farm system in the 90s.
thank you, Jonathan. Thank you for saying that. There, that's true.
You have to, when you get a new team, the lesson is, at least from my perspective, is you have to both spend wisely on the right players and build your farm system.
Yeah.
You can't just assign every big free agent every year and lose draft picks. That's what George Steinbrenner did, and it destroyed the Yankees for 15 years.
It did.
Almost not 15 years, but it was probably close to. It was 15 years before they got back to the World Series.
Yeah.
Yeah, no question about that. What are your thoughts on the weekend series with the Mets and the Phillies? While we're kind of on the Met trail, did you expect the Mets, the Phillies, to win 2 out of 3 games? I thought the Mets were going to show a better showing there. I don't know. I was a little surprised. I still see the Phillies as a weakness, a lot of weakness, especially in the bullpen. What do you guys think about that?
Remember, the Phillies still have a good team. They're not just some slum on the street. So they're not to be underestimated. They still have Harper. They still have Schwarber. Those guys just don't forget how to play.
Oh yeah, no question about it. CT, there's a text that came in to you. Can you please check it out, please? Hello, good morning, Big N. How you doing?
Hey, what's up?
Oh,
What's up, what's up, Jonathan? What's up, CT? What's up, Joe? What's up, everyone in the chat? How you guys doing?
How's it going?
Yeah, you guys ready for Corey Hart?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. CT is texting you with a couple of things.
Give
All
me
right, we
one
just
second.
need the link. We just need the link for him, please.
Yep.
I'm getting there.
You're getting it right now, actually. So are you happy about the basketball game while we're on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go OKC. First, they finally win their first. They finally win their first championship.
Yeah.
I was
Let's go.
curious, being the fact that I think you were the one that really was watching it. How did
Yeah.
they approach that big trade?
So actually, Joe, so I was watching I was watching a video. I was watching a video on CBS Sports when they were talking about the trade, and they agree with you. They didn't like it being the trade being before the finals, and they said the NBA should change the rules. Adam Silver needs to change the rules to make it better. And I think Kendrick Perkins, who was covering the game on the desk, um,
Yeah.
he said he he, uh, he liked the trade. He liked the trade though.
Yeah, but
Well, yeah. I mean, what's
I-
not? Go ahead.
I agree with that. Even if there is a trade made during the NBA Finals, it shouldn't be announced until the day after the finals, because
I agree.
you want during the finals you want the fans to focus solely on the final. If they're focused on a trade, then you will also not. They could also they may lose ratings because the fans that are fans of basketball, not just the teams in the finals, will
I agree.
go to the website during the final and look at the trade rather than watch the game, and that will lower the ratings.
I agree, Jonathan.
No, I totally agree.
Yeah, and but one of the analysts agreed with you. They have to change the rules. They have to change the rules in their opinion, and
Yeah.
but I'm happy. Congratulations to OKC. The Pacers. I mean, actually, prayers up to Tyrese Halliburton after what happened yesterday with the injury. So prayers up to him. What a devastating injury. But the Pacers kept it close, even
Yeah.
even though he without him. But kudos to OKC. They got it done, and I'm happy for the city. I'm happy for Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. And they won the championship without their original big four, which is crazy. So
Do you think the Halliburton injury flipped that game?
In my opinion, it flipped a little bit, and especially the momentum. But the Pacers did a good job of keeping it close. So they gave themselves a chance to win the game. But OKC was too much. It's too much. So they ran away with it in the fourth quarter. Like I said, I'm happy for OKC, and they deserve it. And then the parade is going to be intense for them. So
Yeah, that should be wild. Absolutely wild. Yeah, watch another trade will happen the day that they have the celebration. Why not? They might as well.
Devin Booker's going to.
That is so. I mean, not even forget about what the commissioner can do, but how dumb are the teams to make a trade to announce it? Now they could have done that right now. They had to do it the last day of the finals. That's what icks me. You get to the point that you don't want to watch the NBA. Go to wherever. Get out of here.
No, they could have done it. They did it yesterday, but they could have announced it in the post game.
Yeah.
Yeah, or at least do that. Don't take away from these two teams struggled all year long to get where they are. You think you know, who cares what Houston's doing?
CT, you sent me the YouTube link. I need the StreamYard link for Corey to join.
Joe, can you send me the StreamYard link
I gave it to you.
for the interview?
Yes.
Can you please send it again? Because I don't know where that is.
Right, immediately following the show, I'll send it to you.
Okay, I'm sorry, Nathan. I got like a billion text messages.
Thought it came to you, but apparently it didn't. But you'll get it as soon as the show's over. I promise.
Okay, I'm sorry. I got.
I think it's better for you to send the link the day before. or when we booked the guys because we gave last minute stuff I don't like.
Right, I
Yeah.
understand. I thought it was sent to you. Actually, I see it here that I did send it to you. I don't know why you didn't get it, but you didn't get it. There have been issues with my T-Mobile, so I know I sent it to both of you, the people involved. It was sent. Now I'm going to have an issue with T-Mobile. I don't know why you guys didn't get it, but you should have gotten it.
Give me a second. I'm looking. Give me a second. I'm
But
sorry, Nathan.
hey,
You're
let's
good.
let's talk about the Yankees game yesterday.
Yep.
What were thoughts? What are your thoughts on the pitching in the beginning? We were a little concerned because our starter, of course, went a long way in the first inning, and right away we said, "Here we go again." So your thoughts on that, CT?
Well, I think Will Warren kind of scared me yesterday, that first inning, but he fell into place. He did a great job, actually. I mean, he gave us 6 in the third inning, 6 hits, 2 runs, 2 walks, and 6 Ks, and 86 pitches. I'll take it. Um, my concern is Tim Hill, which I think we've overused. Joe, you and I were talking about. I think we've overused Tim Hill because he didn't look very good yesterday, in my opinion. But Cruz looked great. Devin Williams, yes, he gave up a hit. But Devin Williams, I'm telling you, I think he's gotten comfortable in New York, and I think that's a good sign to see moving forward.
Yeah, it's a great sign. I'm really, really excited. Now we got really the two-headed monster. Take a little pressure off of Weaver.
Yeah.
And Loizaca's been looking better and better every day. And he's getting very close to being the lasagna guy that we know and love. So the Yankees are in good shape there. Of course, there's Cruz, who's going to visit his old team today. We're going to see Mr. Trevino. I hope he doesn't go crazy on us. But if he's behind the plate, hopefully we could steal some bases.
Exactly.
So I'm looking 2 out of 3 in Cincinnati. How about you, Big N? What do you think?
Oh, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. The pitching was great yesterday, and they obviously they won 4-2, and then they Chaz put up some great at bats, and he had some pretty good at bats from other players. But all in all, it was a great team win. But now they just shift to Cincinnati, and I can't wait for Wins' debut. Joe, this is your guy here, Joe. I'm hoping he does great today. And then actually, I know his management team, so. So I said we sent them good luck yesterday. So good luck to Wins tonight, and hopefully he does good. But yesterday's game was perfect. So
yeah, I mean, just looking forward to it. What do we got there?
Jazz Chisholm signed card.
Let's go.
It was Chaz Chisholm 4 and the Orioles 2. I mean, it was crazy.
Yeah.
It was absolutely insane game. I mean, he was with everything. Thank God he avoided injury. That's the big key for Chaz Chisholm.
That was a scary play.
That's the last thing we need.
That was a scary play because that helmet. I think he got the air knocked out of him because when he went down, it looked like So you and I were talking about that, Joe. But
Graham goes shoeless Bert Chisholm. Yeah, you're right about that, man. Do you remember in the World Series, Bert Campaneris throwing the bat at Mike Marshall?
Yeah.
That was another incredible situation there in the World Series. I mean, people, of course, what was that? Roger Clemens thinking the ball, it was the ball, and he threw the bat at Mike Piazza. And I thought it was the ball. Okay.
Right.
He's so intense. I mean, it was incredible. It was funny now, but it wasn't funny then. That's for sure.
But I like to see that Rice last night. That was 3 hits last night. And I said, Jazz with the 2 hits and 2 RBIs. He looked good, and Jazz didn't strike out last night.
No, he didn't strike out. He looked great. And then
is right, but here's the thing, Jonathan. Is Rice being showcased right now?
It's possible.
Yeah.
If he's continuously if he's hitting well, it's possible they could use him in a trade, especially when his value is high. I mean, right now,
Yeah.
Rice is. Let me see. Rice is batting 241. He went 3 for 4 last night, so he could be used in the package. I mean,
So the three of
his
you,
future with the Yankees is not set.
No.
are you in agreement? Are the three of you in agreement that there is a strong will to possibly trade Rice?
Yeah. If the package is right, Joe, CT and Jonathan, if the package is right, then I will deal him. Like, for example, if you add him to the like Arizona Diamondbacks trade or Reds trade, I wouldn't mind that. So Ben Rice will get you value back, like a pitcher or whatever, like a pitcher or hitter too, even a hitter. But the Yankees need to focus on. Here's my two teams, Arizona and Cincinnati, is because of Abbott from Cincinnati
Abbott's
or
good.
Merrill Kelly or Suarez, but I don't think they're going to sell, like you guys said. So, because there's a couple other teams I will sell. So I think, but the focus should be the Reds. If they want that pitcher, the Abbott guy should be their focus, like Ken says. So let's see what happens. But Ben Rice is definitely up there for trade bait, for
Yeah, I
sure.
agree. Yeah.
Sean Browning, first of all, good morning. He's saying
What's up, Sean?
Rice beat it to the Reds for Abbott and McLean.
That'd be nice.
McLean. Okay.
That'd be nice.
Now we're talking.
Yeah, Nathan, I agree with you. Yeah,
Let's
now we're
go.
talking.
I think if the Yankees want this trade Beater, they may want to give him some time in the major league to improve his value.
Yeah.
Well, one thing. While we were chatting about this, a little bit after 4th of July, probably around the early teens, we're going to do our roundtable, trade deadline show, and each and every one of us should really concentrate on looking in the minor leagues. Who is a possibility will go? Who you think you'd like to see go? Who you want to stay? So we're gonna, there's a little homework to do, guys, because we want everybody's opinion on who do you think. I want a little list, and why is what would if we're going to trade Spencer Jones? Who do you want in that deal? What would make sense for the organization? Would it be somebody that'll be here for 3 years, controllable years? Do you want to get somebody that possibly will only be here for the end of the year? Go ahead, Josh.
For a guy like Jones, if I'm trading him, I want a young, controllable pitcher. I want someone. I would like Paul Skeens.
Well,
that's who I would like.
That's unrealistic.
That's
unrealistic. But I want someone who's young, who has years of control, like a Paul Skeens. Someone who you can use right now, and who will be here for another 2 or 3 years.
Yeah,
I was gonna say, out of the three of you, who do you think right now in the Yankee organization, either on the team, well, we know Judge, but on the team or in the minors, is completely off limits? Is there any
Lombard?
Lombard. Who else? Spencer Jones. Spencer Jones is up for trade bait, I think. So it's Lombard, I would say. Cam Sittler. I can't pronounce his last name. Cam.
That's okay. The Cam man.
Yeah, Cam, and then who else?
It's going to be a very, very solid roundtable discussion, guys.
Yeah, I can't wait for that. But
we're going to do that.
I'll be curious if Arias is traded.
Arias?
And in our roundtable, everybody's going to get a chance before anybody says anything one-on-one. I want everybody to put on the table who you feel you want and who you want to minus from the Yankees, from the Yankee current roster, and who you seriously would consider trading from the minor leagues to better this team. Each and every one of you that's going to be in the chat is going to give that no interruptions. You guys talk one by one. Then we can have a great round table and also with everybody in the chat. So we're going to announce that show very, very soon, guys. Very soon. And we're going to line up everyone that's going to be participating. We're all going to do a little homework here because we're going to be prepared. It's going to be a really, really dynamite show, and you never know who's going to show up. So I'm really looking forward to that. It's my first one, and I'm very excited for it. So get ready, guys. People, you guys that are right now on the stream, get ready because it's going to be a really, really cool round table. And then there's so much more to look forward to. How about our round table for the pennant races? That's going to be great. I'm really excited for that. We're going to dedicate a day or two a week on the pennant races. So we're gonna look for that. And let's bring back NR.
Hey, sorry guys, I gotta drop soon because I'm heading to the gym. But real quick, my Ricky Waters episode is out now. Go check that out. And also, my prediction for Austin wins is I feel like he's gonna go. I think they're gonna have him on a pitch count. I don't know, but I think he's gonna go 5-6 innings in my opinion. Probably like 2-3 runs, 8 strikeouts, 2 hits, and then 5-6 hits. And then my hitting stars are Judge, Judge, Goldie, Grissom, and Jazz.
Nice.
You said he's going to give up 2 runs and 2 hits?
No. I said 5 or 6 hits. I said.
Now I've got to let everybody know that being the fact that we're on at 2:00 with Corey Hart, as soon as that interview is over, we'll get right into the post game, the pregame. Everyone, it doesn't pay to wait till 4:00 and this and that. We'll just get it. Hopefully we'll have the lineup and we'll discuss it. Big N, are you going to be on for the interview? And
yeah, I'll be on backstage. Yeah, send me the link. I'll be in the backstage.
Yes.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. And then we'll do our pregame predictions and all of that right after the interview. So we're really looking forward to it. The minute I get off, look in your email. It will definitely be there. No worries.
Now, thank you, Nathan. Thank you very much.
But thank you. Go enjoy your workout, and we'll talk to you later. All right.
He's got the muscles. He's got the muscles going.
So, guys, as we get a little closer to the next segment, give me your idea of the morning. Here in the morning. Oh, you know what? Jonathan, answer this question. Let's see. From Graham, I could see Dominguez getting moved for the right piece. He isn't untouchable as Jones as the way better glove. What do you think about that, Jonathan?
Look, if I'm getting Paul Skeens, I'm trading Dominguez.
So that's the only way you'll trade Dominguez?
He is one of the few people that I can think of off the top of my head that I would trade Dominguez for right now. I would, as I said, if I'm trading young players, I want young players in return. I don't want to trade for the negative. I have to go now.
There it is. It's Dominguez. All right, Jonathan. Thank you. We'll see you later and tomorrow morning. Have a great day.
That was funny. The timing of that was funny. I'm sorry.
Ding dong. All right.
But
let's see.
You got Ken coming on, right?
Ken should be coming on in a little while.
Okay.
Yep. And Ken is getting ready to come on. CT, just a couple of fast things. Do you like DeGrom coming?
No.
Is a possibility, yes or no?
Nope. His injury history scares me.
Okay, and his salary.
Salary, the injury history. I feel like this is going to be another player we get and watch. Like, well, he'll pitch 1 or 2 games, and all of a sudden he's on the 15-day IL. Next thing you know,
Right.
he's going to be on the 60-day IL. And then what would he get him for? I just think it's kind of a waste of a move. I think
I mean,
there's
if
other.
he's healthy, he'll get us through the playoffs. But how many games is he
Yeah,
really going to give us? Not
that's
for
my.
25 million.
Nah, no, that was.
So you wouldn't do it.
Did you read what Highlander said with the doorbell ringing? He said, "That was me, CT. I'm on his doorstep, going to tell him he is dreaming about skeins."
Okay. Well, CT, I want to thank you for our starting of a new week with you coming on from like 8:30 to 9. I really appreciate it. We will see you at 2 o'clock,
And
and we'll catch
thank
you.
Nathan again. Thank Nathan again. We got to give Nathan a round
Yes,
of
of
applause
course,
here.
no question about it.
And thank you, Joe. I really appreciate it. And everyone in the chat, I appreciate. Joe does a wonderful job. I don't know which way I'm pointing. Which way works? Where are
Yeah,
you?
I don't like that. So
Okay.
straight ahead. No,
Sure.
but,
But Joe, I
before you
appreciate
go,
what you've done.
before you go, kudos to your dad. I hope everything works out. Everything is good. And your mom, give them a hug for me, and tell them we're right there for them and rooting for them, and we love them. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
We will talk to you. I hope you stay in the stream. Okay.
Oh yeah, I am. I'm just gonna go get a cup of coffee.
Take care. We'll see
Take
you
care.
later. Thanks for
Thank you,
your help.
everybody in the chat, and make sure you like, sub, and share. Thank you, guys.
You got it. Thank you. All right, everyone. Well, it's a new hour. It's now 9 o'clock. So that means that we're going to bring in our 9 o'clock man, and that's Ken from The Ugly Truth. How you doing, Ken? Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. How you doing? You look nice and refreshed. What's going on?
I just dropped the young man off to camp. He was a
Nice.
little resistant. He was a little resistive of it because it's a different area, different people.
Do you have a lot of heat there, Ken?
Yeah, it's hot.
Yeah. It's already 89 in New York City. 89. It's incredible. But at least we got the sun. That's what counts. We got the sun.
It is 85 here.
Wow. Yeah.
Supposed to go up to 101.
We're supposed to get 103 tomorrow. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. I mean, from what I understand, by 9 o'clock tonight, it's still going to be like 95 degrees. It's insane. But anyway, getting to the points at hand. So the Yankee game yesterday, obviously you called it, did a great job as always. And what were your thoughts? Were you swaying back and forth? Knowing you're very positive on pitching. I know that. But a lot of people were like, "Oh my God, that first inning, he doesn't stand a chance to go more than 4 innings." What were your thoughts?
Well, generally pitchers have to figure out what pitches are working for them. Pitching from the bullpen, doing warm ups pregame to actually getting on the bump and throwing is it's two different animals. Some things may be working in the pen that aren't working on the bump, and such was the case yesterday. I mean, he hit a batter. He walked a couple in the first inning. Had a lookout play with Holiday sliding past the bag and getting tagged out. Saved his bacon a little bit because we probably would have ended up eating another run. But he gave up 2 in the first. Then he was a little bit better in the second, and by the time he got to the third, he was on point.
Right. Well, again, at least the Yankees stayed in the game, and we know how frustrated we all were the first few innings. Like you told me yesterday, just watch the end of the game, the beginning of the game, and finish it off. Don't watch the middle because you're gonna get upset. And you're right. And I didn't. I just watched the end of the game, and Chaz Chisholm really took the bull by the horns, and that was great. I can imagine how you felt.
I will tell you the shot that the rookie catcher took. Wow, I hadn't seen a collision like that in years. I mean, Jazz didn't have a choice. He was right in the middle of the baseline, and he helicoptered the guy.
Do you think if he was called out, they would have reversed it? Because was he blocking the plate too much?
Well, he never had the ball.
Right.
The ball touched his glove and worked free. So I was amazed that the home plate umpire called Jazz out to begin with. But we still had a challenge. Boone would have definitely challenged that one. It would have been overturned. At least I hope it would have been overturned.
Yeah, that's what I see. Jason C says 103 is just another day in paradise here in West Texas. I don't envy you, Jason G. I see. I don't envy you over there. My God, 103 already. Mamma mia.
I mean, I live north of him in Kansas, and same thing. Except the difference between West Texas and Kansas is there's always swirling wind.
And look at this. Graham says it's 53 here, and the White Horse is in the bay. Okay, awesome, Graham. I don't know. We feel I welcome it a little bit because we're so tired. It's been cold all the way through, so we would go like 65 degrees, and all of a sudden it's 30 already. So I kind of welcome this a little bit. As long if the humidity isn't high, it's not bad. It doesn't matter if it's 90 or 100, but it's okay. It's the humidity that's what kills us. Hey, 161, welcome to the stream. How you doing there, Jason? How's it going? Go ahead.
Morning, Jason.
So the Cincinnati series, I know the Yankees owe them a favor to kill them because of the fact of what happened last year. We were so terrible at Yankee Stadium against Cincinnati. So it'd be nice to return the favor. What are you looking for? And with who we have on the mound, what are you expecting for tonight?
Well, I mean, we've got Winans coming up from the minor leagues, although it's deceptive because Winans is actually pitched up at the major league level with Atlanta last year and the year before that. Limited appearances, but he's not going to be enthralled with the shock and awe of pitching in a major league game because he's been there and done that. His stuff down in the minors has been electric. I think that if he paces himself and is under control, he could possibly give us a quality start. 6 innings, 3 runs or less. And honestly, he's coming into a number 5 starter slot. So not much more that you can ask for than that.
Yeah, no, you're right. Now, what about hitting? Who do you suspect might be a big guy in the lineup for these 3 games?
For us or for them?
For the Yankees.
Well, Jazz has cut his swing down, and God's honest truth, they've got Trevino behind the dish. I think that if our guys get on base, we can freaking victimize the hell out of them with the running game.
Yes,
because you know that Trevino is not going to be gunning runners. You put a tandem of Jazz, Volpe, and Dominguez on there, they'll be running all day long.
Yeah, that would be a pleasant thing for the Yankees, for something brand new. Because as you can see, you play a little small ball, and everything changes. If you're hitting home runs, you're playing small ball, you're pitching good. That's what I know that's easier said than done, Ken. But there's no reason why the Yankees should not be playing a little bit better a small ball. Once that happens, you're going to see the wins piling up. There's no question in my mind. Are you worried? Are you worried at all with the return of Marcus Stroman? Does that give you an alarm? How do you feel about that?
Honestly, the Yankees have wanted to move Marcus Stroman since the off season. Part of the deal and the conflict that we had was Yankee front office itself. We should have moved the guy, and we brought him into camp, and it was just a bad scenario. And of course, they're in New York. The media is ruthless. They were on top of Jazz. Jazz had a day off during spring training. Oh, not Jazz. Stroman is skipping out on camp. Blah blah blah. This everything to bring a negative connotation to stir a fight with him and the organization. Do I have any issues with him coming back? No. Honestly, for us to move him, we've got to showcase him. He has got to have some time up on the bump as a major leaguer. One of the big holdups during the off season was his vesting option for next year. Well, obviously, with the time that he's triggered on the IL, there's no chance he's going to cut 140 innings.
Good. Lou says Cincinnati just took a series from the Tigers, and they may not be an easy series. No, nobody says it's going to be an easy series. But again, it's like everything else. You hold down O'Neill, you hold down a couple of their stars, and you could beat them. I mean, obviously. And I think the Yankees have a little bit more in the belly because of what happened last year. You don't forget. They embarrassed us in New York. Although the Yankees, as we know, Ken, last year, they had a lot of trouble winning at home for some reason. It made no sense to me.
Actually, if you look at the series breakdown with the Yankees and the Reds, they swept us in their house the year before that. So we've lost 6 straight games to them.
I think a payback. I think it's about time, don't you think? Jesus. And I got news for you. You know what scares me? The guy behind the plate, because you know what these catchers do to the Yankees. And he would love nothing more, although, he left in good vibes, but he would love nothing more to, put a big hit on them tonight. I mean, if he plays, which I'm sure he probably will. But the arm strength, I don't know if it's there anymore, but he'll find a way. He'll find a way to do some damage. I'm pretty sure of that. To me, it'll remind me of like Kirk and Travis Darno. Look at what they were doing to us in the beginning. Oh my God! Now, just recently, they've been tamed a little bit. But again, let's see how it goes. Tell us about what you got cooking today.
Remember, you have Fernando Cruz making his return to his house too.
Right, which is good. Okay.
So he's going to want to show that the Reds made a mistake in trading him away.
Yes.
So I anticipate when Cruz is up on the bump, he's going to be sharp.
Okay.
What do I have going on Yankees The Ugly Truth? Initially, I was planning on doing a pre-series review separate from the game. But what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to reset the time. I'm going to come on at 6:30 and do the pre-series review and then run it straight into the game.
Is the game 7:00?
It is 7.
Oh, okay. So you're not going to do a panel. You're only going to discuss the game.
No, I will have people up if I have time.
Okay.
And if come game time, though, it'll be Big Dog unless you choose to come up or Jason from 161 River Ave or even Custodio. When the game comes up, then if you guys are on, more than welcome to stay and do some play-by-play if you feel like it, or if you want to hop out, that's fine too, because I'm more than capable of handling it.
Yeah, of course.
Hoping for a good night from the young pitcher. Alan Winans coming up, and I'm hoping that good things happen for us.
Now after the stream tomorrow, our stream here, you will do your will you go do your normal Tuesday open panel?
Yep, without a doubt.
And that's back at 10:15, or you don't know yet?
10:30. Yeah.
You have a word from CT Cards. Hey Ken, I'll join the play-by-play if you'd like, with a happy face.
Are you sure you're going to be on my stream, CC, or are you going to be pimping yourself out somewhere else?
Oh boy, I'm not getting in the middle of that, guys. No, 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 no. I'm not getting in the middle of that.
I'm in the middle of
it. No, but well, that's oh, he laughed out loud. I'll be here for you, Ken.
Mm-hmm.
That's
I got a dollar bill hanging on the caveat right for you.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! They're going back and forth. Thank God I'm not in the middle. I am not in the middle of this one. No way. Graham, let's see what Graham has to say. Grammy, JT got an outing. If Winans does go well, he will be needed. Yeah, I think the bullpen is going to be ready tonight. I think the only one that won't be used is the lefty specialist. I don't think Hill will be in there. I think it's time he may need a day or two to reset. He looked a little shaky again last night, but they're using him a lot. He's a lefty specialist. That's what they got him for. And he's giving it, now with Major League Baseball you got to have 3 batters. Come on. Every little thing is ridiculous. Good morning, Dev Finch. How you doing? Hope all is well. I'm sure you're going to be waiting for not only the Yankee game tonight, but I know what else you're doing. It's going to be Monday Night Raw on Netflix. I know that 100%, and it should be a lot of fun. It should be a good Raw tonight. So look forward to it. And hey, Stephen B. Good morning. What's up? How you doing? How's everything? Let's say hello. What's up, Joe? Jen, Dev, CT Cards, and Graham, and everyone in the chat. I was listening. I'm swamped with AC calls already, and it's 917. Okay. Well, thank you, Stephen B., for joining. Neighbors, oh, man, strangers in the house. How you doing? Ken, we got to get the mic fixed. Production, get on it. So what do you respond to that, Ken?
Is it the mic that I'm using on this stream, or is it the mic on my normal place?
Yeah, it sounds a little choppy. That's what I think he's saying. When you're in your regular stream, it sounds great. When you're in here, it sounds like you're like muffled in like a tunnel.
How about now?
Say something else.
Something else.
A little better, a slight better, a slight better.
All right, how about now?
Say whatever you need to talk before we could tell you.
Yeah, I had a fan blowing because it's a little bit warm today, and that might be some of the noise in the background.
No, it's not a noise. What I think what he's saying is it's like a little muffled. We hear what you're saying, but it's a different feel from when you're doing the other stream. It's like a muffle. I don't know how to. The mic is the good CT. Thank you. The mic is popping. That's what we hear. That's what you hear.
Well, I just ordered another camera / mic combination for live streams.
Okay.
And because the other one drives me nuts, it keeps falling off during the middle of my stream. I'm so ticked that I want to duct tape the damn thing to the computer. So when that's supposed to be here either late today or tomorrow, my son and I will do the swap out, and then I'll try using that. And it has a built-in mic, so it should be better quality audio even from here.
You do have they said it was said maybe try turning down the mic volume. That might help.
Well, it's built into the I'm on a tablet actually right now.
Okay. Well, I don't want to hop too much. It's not that we don't you're not understood. It's just not a regular flow. That's what they're trying to say. And thanks, Nebs, for that. I appreciate that. Thank you for being a loyal person to the show.
How about now?
Sounds well. Keep
The
talking.
same, because I just dropped the mic volume on this one.
Same thing. You sound pop. You pop. You pop. It's a pop, pop, pop. But it's like I said, you're going to fix the problem, or you're trying to fix the problem. That's fine. But what kind of lineup do you think we're going to throw out there tonight? What do you see? Do you see the same players or the same old you-know-what with Aaron Boone?
Well, it's hard to set an everyday lineup, especially when we don't have the I guess leadoff hitter, plain and simple. It's going to change. We don't have somebody that has like Glaber. Everyone hated Glaber last year, but Glaber was hitting left-handed and right-handed pitchers, so we could leave him in the one hole, and he did a good job.
Mm-hmm. Well, what is your ideal lineup then? In your opinion, what is your ideal lineup for the Yankees at this point with the people they have on the team that you would like to see steady for a little bit? What would it be?
Probably lead off with Dominguez. Probably Belly hitting in the 2 hole, Judge in the 3. Goldie hitting 4, Stanton hitting 5.
I like it so far.
If we have DJ in the lineup, DJ hitting 6.
Wow.
Then run the triad of
Jazz.
Volpe. Yeah, I would hit Jazz lower. I like him doubling up with Volpe. When they're on, the speed combination is fantastic. And then Wells would be the 9-hole hitter, whoever the catcher is.
That's a darn good lineup, man. There's nothing wrong with that lineup. Why can't we? The way we see it, why can't they see it?
Because
I don't get it.
part of their analytics is left-right alternative hitters, and that lineup obviously is not left-right alternative.
Yeah, but to me, it's definitely the best lineup they can have.
And,
really,
in my personal opinion, Grisham would get a few days off, but Grisham would be off the bench, and Dominguez is the future, and he would be in the lineup damn near every day.
Right. No question about it. I mean, I don't see why. I really don't see why they don't do that. Again, it just comes down to analytics. I think that Aaron Boone, in my opinion, can't make the lineup that he really. I mean, deep down in his heart, I would love to see what's in that brain of his of what he's doing. Is this really Aaron Boone, or is this analytics? Or does he get pressure to put this lineup up?
Well,
what is the real truth?
Honestly, I would tend to think that analytics heavily sways into the lineup. Boone is not a dumb baseball guy. He comes from a traditional baseball family, and I tend to think he knows the analytics, but he relies. If it was left to him, he would probably rely more so on the eyeball test. A guy that's hitting good, you don't sit him. It's just a fundamental fact of life.
Yeah, no, I agree. I just would like a little bit more stability. That's the thing. A little bit more. It's like there's never anything steady. And you know what? I think it's been true in Boone's managerial stint all the way through. I don't even remember when we had a lineup for more than 2 games the same way. I don't remember it.
LB, Dominguez will be gone in less than a month. Remember this? Based off of what?
Oh, you're okay. You're answering.
No, I'm asking you a question. Do you see the comment from LB?
No, I don't. Hold on a second. Oh, yes. Now I do. Dominguez will be gone in less than a month. Remember this. Okay. Well, that's his thought. Like Ken said, why do you feel that way, and what do you think they're going to get for him? So, what do you think? What do you think is a possibility? What would they get for him? So that's the $1 million question.
Don't think Dominguez is going anywhere. I see Ben Rice moving before I see Dominguez moving.
Yeah, I do too. I definitely do too.
And honestly, I would not be surprised to see Trent Grisham get moved at the deadline.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know that. I'm not sure. I believe. Yeah, pump up your volume, Ken. It's too low. I feel like I'm talking to myself.
All right.
Yes, much better. If we're gonna have the popping, at least we have you loud. Can't have it that low. I can barely hear you. Maybe they can, but I can't.
All right, I turned it up.
There you go. Now we're good. I'm sorry to reiterate, but I couldn't take it. It was too low. Let's see, Jake.
Put in your damn hearing aid then.
I don't need, believe me, you know me. I hear every sound. Hey, guys, I don't think Dominguez is getting traded at all. I don't either. I think if it came down to Rice and Dominguez, I think it's bye-bye Rice. I think Rice is going to be Rice reminds me, again, I keep saying this, you guys may not remember him, a guy by the name of Hal Morris. And he was a good, steady player. He went to Cincinnati, and he had a very nice career, won a world championship back in 1990. That's the type of player I see here. I think he's like a 20 home run guy, maybe 75 to 80 RBIs. If that's not enough for the Yankees, well, then they're going to move on. Is Dominguez better than that? I think, honestly, the potential's there. There's no reason down the line, if everything rolls and he's healthy, he could be a 25, 85, 90 man. I don't see why not. And his defense is getting better by the minute, by the day. You know, left field is not the easiest. Even in the old stadium, that was the worst. This one's a little bit better because it's pointing different, but it's a very, very hard left field in Yankee Stadium. Graham says Rice may be the chip that gets the team with the highest starting arm, if not part with at least think serious about it. Oh, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of trade chatter about Rice. No question in my mind. No question. Would the Yankees consider Trent Grisham? Would he be a trade chip?
Sure, because you've got if he's still in the organization, you've got Everson Pereira, who is a fantastic defensive outfielder, and he's actually hitting. So hence, I thought Pereira was actually going to make the major league roster this year.
Yeah, I did too. I still believe that he might. I don't think it's a slam dunk that Grisham makes the trade deadline. I really don't. I think if you're going to have a team, they want a left-handed hitter, they want a good defensive player down the stretch. He's not making that much money. The Yankees have paid most of the salary already. By that time, maybe they'll be in the hook for a couple $1 million. I think it's worth it.
Should be $2.5 million on the stand.
Graham has a lot to say today. If the plan is to bring up Jones, and as Ken says, Pereira is also there, and I also think that makes the Yankees a better bench. But do you bring him up from AAA to sit on the bench? That's the problem. But again, you can't play everybody, so you have to have a nice mix. And like we said, we've had Dominguez as sort of like a part-time player on the bench. Do we want that for the other guy? Maybe, because Dominguez, in my opinion, is a starter. He's not a backup player. He's past that. He is past that. We've got to see what he really has. You got to play him a full 25, 30 games. Let's see what we have. And just take it from there. So I just feel that way. How about in the pitching? You see anybody being traded aside from possibly Stroman? Do you think Clark Smith is a possibility?
Possibly in the off season, not now.
Okay. Your fourth and fifth starter, once you get Eel back, what would you do leaning towards the playoffs? And hopefully we get there. What is your four-man, five-man rotation at this point? What would you do, being the fact everybody's healthy? Let's just say.
I go with 4. Frida's my number 1. Rodon my number 2. Hill my number 3, and the guy who just went on the injured list, number 4.
Yarborough.
Yep.
Okay. And in the bullpen, do you see Stroman? Do you see who do you see? A Clark Smith? I mean, I realistically think Clark Smith would be pretty decent out of the bullpen, although I have seen him blow games, especially in the playoffs. I don't know. I'm confused after the big 3. That actually the big 4, because you should throw in the guy we got from Cincinnati there, Cruz. But after that, to me it's like open season. I like Hill. I got to admit I like Hill, but you can't over pitch him. They're doing like they did with Peralta. He was a great relief pitcher, but come on, every day. Of course he's going to break down, and this is what this is what a manager need. That's what makes a winning manager. You not only you're fixing your bullpen, you got to know how to use your bullpen. Sometimes you don't have the luxury. I understand that, but if you manage that bullpen the right way, that's a winning manager, and that's how teams win. I really believe that. Jake, I really would like to see Schmidt out of the bullpen, but realistically, are they going to move him, considering he was a starting for them last postseason? I don't see him starting in this postseason, but again, stranger things have happened. We don't know how Eel's going to come back. Is he going to come back full strength? Is that going to be for next year? We don't know. But LB says he doesn't believe the Yankees the Yankees are not high on Dominguez. That's the way he feels. So I don't know. I like him. Was he overhyped? Ken, was Dominguez, in your opinion, overhyped?
I don't think there's a player on the planet that could live up to the hype that they had for him. Something similar to Anthony Volpe. Did you think that he was going to come in and be the next Derek Jeter? If you did, then shame on you.
No, of course not.
That's been the talk. That's been the talk of Volpe for 5 years now, 5 years plus.
Well, he hasn't been. I think this is his third full season.
This is his third
I
full
mean,
season, but that's Yakety Yak started when he was in the minors,
right.
before he broke through.
Well, he was a very, very, very good collegiate player. I mean, he was excellent. College, high school, he had some unbelievable games. So I could see why the Yankees got excited for him, with him, and they were flabbergasted that he was still available. They didn't think by the time they drafted him he'd still be available. When he was, man, they pounced on it.
Just remember, there are roughly 770 major league players on rosters at any given point.
Mm-hmm.
There are 15,000 players that are in the minor leagues.
Right.
So the ability for somebody to make it to the major league level, even a guy like Pablo Reyes, who garnered a lot of hate, has talent. He made the cut. He was one of the 770. Everybody has their choice. And, frankly, I wish the fans would look at these players for the innate skills that they have, and they're people too.
Yep.
Not a commodity to be bought and sold at will.
Yep.
Back in our day, it wasn't uncommon for a player to start his career off with an organization and 10, 15 years later end his career with that same organization.
Correct.
And nowadays, it's cheap tricks. Whoever has the biggest bag of cash is where you're running to.
Exactly. No, you're correct. You're correct. So I want to remind everybody about today. Remember, everyone, we will be back at 2 p.m. 2 p.m. Myself and CT Cards will be interviewing Mr. Corey. Mr. Corey's coming on with a former Major League Baseball player with the Milwaukee Brewers. So Corey Hart will be our special guest. He was an all-star. He was a very good right-handed hitter. And we're going to have him on. We're going to talk just a few things about yesteryear and today, which he hasn't been removed that long ago. So it may seem long ago, but it was like yesterday. So that shows, and that's going to lead us into the post-game show. And then everybody, you go right to Ken's channel, The Ugly Truth, and listen to a great play-by-play. Well, we'll stop in to say hello to everyone and rah-rah the Yankees. Hopefully they get off to a great start. Right after that stream, we will come on with the post-game show right here on NY Yankee Mania. So there's a lot to do in the middle of all that. If there's any Yankee news, any breaking news, the lineup and all that, we'll have it for you on NY Yankee Mania. So look for the short there. If it's a huge trade, something that's we never thought about, by all means, we'll come on live 1, 2, 3. So no worries, we have you covered. But you have to do one small thing: subscribe and subscribe to the channel. Press the like button as you go in and out. Please let us know that we are doing a good job for you. And we're looking forward to a lot more here on the streams. So, Ken, basically, some final thoughts. Anything else on your mind? And let's just say, whatever.
Actually, looking at LB's comment, this is a business. This is not personal. Main reason the why the Yankees haven't won since 2009. George didn't take anything personal. Well, I'd like to debate you on that aspect. If he didn't take things personal, then he wouldn't have been suspended initially for life from baseball for trying to set up Dave Winfield. So he did take stuff personal. With regard to not winning since 2009, if you look at George, at that time, he was the richest owner in the in baseball. There was nobody who was going to outbid him. He didn't have to deal with tax thresholds because that stuff didn't exist. However, the reason that I feel that the Yankees haven't won since 2009 has a lot to do with roster construction. I feel that this team is enamored with hitting home runs. Good pitching will beat good hitting every day. And we have too many power hitters and not enough people that are contact hitters will take advantage of speed. I think we're probably near the bottom of the league with regard to stolen bases. They've limited the amount of throwovers to first base. They've increased the size of the bags. So now it's a damn pizza box out there. And we've got some very fast people on our team, yet we don't utilize their speed.
We have a comment. John Ferrazzo just joined our stream. Good morning, everyone. I don't think I'm wrong, but how come every time we play the Reds, we are in Cincinnati? That's not true. And they always give us trouble. Last year, they came to Yankee Stadium, John, and they got swept. And the year before that, they were in Cincinnati and got swept. So it was both stadiums. So now, hopefully, it's 1 year here, 1 year there. And they, it's just like the World Series. 2 games here, 3 games there, 2 games here, 3 games here, 2 games. It just goes year by year. So, check it out. They were frustrating games at Yankee Stadium. But we all know that the Yankees had a lot of problems winning at Yankee Stadium last year, which was ridiculous. So, with that in mind, everyone, please come back at 2 p.m. As I said, myself and CT Cards will be interviewing former Major League All-Star Corey Hart, and it should be a great stream. If you want to, you want to get your questions in, the link is already up. So in the stream, you're more than welcome to start asking your questions, and we will get to as many as we can. Just understand we don't want to overkill Corey Hart. We want to make him talk, and if he's gracious enough that we can do every question, I will do that. So we will see you at 2 p.m., everyone. You have a great morning. Thank you for spending some time with us. Ken, thank you as always. And we will see everyone 2 p.m. Press the like button and subscribe. Thank you, everyone. You're the best. Love you always. And God bless you all. And God bless America. Let's go, Yankees. We'll see you at 2 p.m. Take care, everyone. Enjoy the day.